Welcome back to Alpine Garage Sports. We are in the garage here. My name is Chris. I am the host for this show. Today, you see the lighting may be a little different because I've got the garage doors open because in Colorado, it's going to be 80 degrees today. And that is a little strange for April because we get some of our biggest snows in April. And even just last year and the year before, we got giant, like 18-inch to 2-foot snowfalls around this time in April. So this is just outstanding. And, you know, we're actually going to get snow here at this elevation on Friday. So that's Colorado weather, 80 degrees. And then we're going to get 6 or 8 inches of snow and then 80 degrees and so forth and so on. And we play that all the way through Mother's Day because it snows every single Mother's Day. Without fail, it snows every Mother's Day, it seems like. And, you know, I don't really kind of work a lot on this channel for subscribers and stuff like that. But if you want to subscribe to this channel, please do. We just talk CU football. We talk CU culture. We talk Colorado culture. I love this state. I love our program. And I just want to, I don't know, I just spit out random stuff that you may or may not enjoy. We actually have a CU merch store down in the comments as well. I don't know if you've ever looked down there. But you might want to go down there and cruise. I'm putting stuff on there all the time. You know, thank you very much for taking a second to just let me talk business. But anyway, so today we're celebrating all of the players that have received their numbers, that have earned their numbers, that have taken their numbers. We also had a call out to our subscribers a couple of videos ago where we knew that Jimmy Horn had secured his number 5. And we were asking who's going to be next. We wanted you guys to comment down below. We were going to take one person for each player, the first person for each player to name their player down there. And then we were going to give you something from the garage, let's say, or whatever. I didn't even know what I was going to do. And you guys came with force, and a lot of you chose Shane Cokes, which isn't all that strange. I didn't have him on my list of next just because I thought there were still a lot of offensive players and maybe some defensive players that were going to get their number before he did, but obviously I was wrong. His coach even stated the day that Jimmy Horn got his number that he mentioned Shane Cokes in that lineup. You guys are obviously very smart. Now, we actually had 2 get their number next, which was Travis Hunter got number 12, Shane Cokes got number 99. Now, in the comments, the first 2 on those names were Eddie Weeks had Travis Hunter, and Eddie's a big-time commenter here, and then Legend LX had Cokes. So you guys are going to get, for those of you who don't know, a lot of people comment on my hat. Most of the stuff that I rep or wear is stuff that I make. And the only reason why I do that is because, I don't know, I had this like particular set of tastes. And I'm a hat guy. I wear a hat whenever I'm not working. I almost always have a hat on. And my favorite hat is the Richardson 7 panel. And I've got these in several colors, but my favorite is the black with the camo, the old BDU camo on the top there. And you're going to see on my other channel, Alpine Garage where I restore cars, you're going to see me wearing this hat with several different patches on it. So I buy them by the box, actually. For my CU gear, I always go to the bookstore on campus, and they have a 4-inch patch that has a 4-inch CU Ralphie patch that I put on there, which is what this is. And therefore, you know, it's my own kind of thing. So I'm actually going to send Eddie and Legend one of these hats with the CU Buff logo on it. So thank you very much for commenting down below. We're going to do this a lot more. This is a lot of fun. So Legend and Eddie, hit me up on my email address, which is in the comments, and I'll get these hats to you. So thank you very much, guys. Now, we had some other exciting news. We had a lot more defensive players get their number. And there's also some interesting news surrounding that too. So first we're going to start with the most interesting news, which is Isaac Hurtado, who is a very good linebacker, guys. But he didn't play a lot last year. He had less than 10 tackles last year. So to hear his name come out, I get really excited when I see these things. And when I saw that, I was like, holy mackerel, that's awesome. Someone who isn't one of the marquee players that are coming from out of state got their number in the first set of numbers, which is really amazing. I love to see these guys that may not be on the big billboard coming into this season getting up there and striking. And you can see the fire and the passion and the determination in the entire team when you see players like Isaac get up there and get his number. And he chose number 29, which has been his number At Colorado, definitely, but I believe maybe even in high school he was 29. So that's really cool. When you have your number, you know what that means, because the next one on the list is actually my old number, which is 43. You'll see me with a black shirt with CU on it. On the back, it has 43 in my number for Colorado. 43 is just my thing. But Trevor Woods got his 43 again. When he first came to Colorado, he was 42, but he had been 43 before that in high school. He got it. That's awesome, Trevor. For CU buffs, Trevor Woods is not a new name. Trevor Woods made very big impacts in games last year. In my opinion, he's a guy that goes for broke. And if you watch his highlight reels just from last year alone, you're going to see he is a very outstanding defensive back. And we are lucky to have him. And for him to get his number is just huge. To see a player from last year's team jump up and grab that along with Isaac. And then you have Levante Bentley. I think I knew this was going to happen. I wanted to say this was on my short list because you knew coming from Clemson, he was going to be hungry to come in here and show he's bringing that Clemson-style football to Colorado. He chose number 20, which I don't know the significance behind 20. He was 42 at Clemson. So it would be interesting to find out why number 20 was the number he wanted to pull. It's a pretty low number for a linebacker, but then again, it's college football and we can do whatever we want, right? I think it's pretty cool, actually. I think low numbers on defensive players make them look faster for some reason. Just the same as high numbers make you look bigger. Like 99 on Shake Cokes, I think Shane added 20 pounds by putting 99 on his chest. So congratulations, Levante. I think you're going to wear that number 20 really well. And then last on the list, and not last in our hearts, is Cam Silman-Craig. And he chose his number 7. That's been his number at JSU. And it sparked a lot of conversation, let's say, because we know that Cormani's coming, and Cormani has kind of built his brand around his number 7. But obviously we know that Cameron was here first. Cameron showed out. Cameron got his number 7 because Cameron wore it last year. So obviously this is not a slight on Cormani. Number 7 is probably one of the most popular numbers in football, obviously. I mean, John Elway wore it. Why wouldn't everybody want it, right? And, you know, I don't know Cormani any better than you do, but I would imagine that his professionalism, he's going to be able to, there's still a lot of low numbers. And I'm pretty sure Cormani's going to come in and have a really cool number, and he's going to rep it extremely well. And then at some point, because he's going to be a freshman this year, he will don the number 7 again. So, you know, lots of football players go through this. I'm going to bring up one that is, and I'm actually kind of, I'm not ashamed. I am not ashamed to bring this up because when I was a very impressionable young man playing football, I'm not a big guy, and I wasn't a big guy back then, but I always wanted to play hard-hitting defense in football. And my idol at the time, and kind of still one of my favorite football players of all time, is Brian Bosworth. Brian, when he went to Seattle, had to change his number 44, which oddly I have work shirts that actually have his number on the work shirt. And again, guys, I think I might be telling you too much about me. But he had to wear number 55 in Seattle because when he went there, somebody already had 44. And of course, he is the great Brian Bosworth coming out of college. But he sucked it up and he took it. Honestly, I feel that same way about Cormani. I think his professionalism is going to outweigh any kind of, you know, issues with not having number 7. And honestly, I may even be talking about it too much because it's probably a non-factor. But congratulations to Cam for getting his number, and we are so happy that you're here and you're going to rep it well, man. Well, that's it. So we gave away some swag, and we talked about football, and it's 80 degrees in Colorado. It couldn't be a better day, man. I tell you what, I'm going to go working on some cars now and play a little bit, maybe even throw the football with my daughter. It's one of those kind of days. You just don't get many of those days in your life, so take advantage of that. And I will see you in the next video. And if you haven't already heard, we coming.